Hi everyone, this is Golden Creeper back again from another year and God knows how many months it's been. I'm sure if you used the right math skills you'd be able to get it. But that isn't what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is the brand new, well, I'd say brand new, but it's been out since October, PlayStation VR headset. That clip you saw of me at the beginning was me playing the new game, Until Dawn, A Rush of Blood, which is PlayStation VR required. It's kind of a sequel thing, but that's for another video. So, what this is a VR headset. No wonder. But this is just not any old VR headset. It is for your PS4. And because most people have PS4s, I prefer PlayStation to Xbox personally. You can just buy this yourself if you've got a PlayStation, and if you're Xbox, well, screw you, because, you know, Xbox, they just don't want to make a headset because Microsoft have already made the Oculus Rift and the Vive, and this has oversold them both. So, for the headset, it's great, don't get me wrong. It's very, very nice and comfortable the way it sits on your head, but the way you have to adjust it can get quite irritating, but it is definitely the most comfortable from what I've heard. I've personally never used an Oculus Rift or an HTC Vive before, but this is my first proper VR experience. I've actually used VR before with the Merge VR, which you use your phone to just slot into here. You put this really uncomfortable thing on your head. Well, it's uncomfortable for me because I've gotten so used to this. But the audio for this, let's get on to the audio. Brilliant. You can just use your TV or they give you little cheapy earbuds. But it's very easy to replace them. Just got to go put the earbuds, God knows where. And you can use your own headphones or earbuds. Just plug it into here, like so. You get the control panel, and then just put them on, not the wrong way of course, and you're ready to go. I will be doing reviews for all the games I have at some point. God knows when, as we all know, I'm very, very bad at setting release dates, especially as I've not made videos since October 31st, 2015. Didn't even get to say Happy New Year last year. So, the controllers you're using. You can use a good old regular DualShock 4 from the PS4, no surprise. But you can go ahead and use the Move controllers for most games. Most games will implement it for a full experience, like Until Dawn and Batman and other stuff. But there will be some games that 100% require it, like Carnival VR or Job Simulator. There are many games that will just require it, and if you don't have it, well, you're just gonna have to go and buy them for £70. I know, they're ridiculous price, these things. Because what happened was they had them out for the PS3, they weren't selling very well, and then they announced PlayStation VR, and then they said, you know what, let's use the Move controllers instead of just having to make something new, so they reopened the factory, and now they're really expensive when they used to be really cheap. Thank God I got these when they came out for the PS3. Now on to the games. That's what we're most looking for. I know that didn't make sense. Honestly, there's such a wide variety. Anything is for you. If you want to be a superhero, pick up Batman. If you want to go to a carnival, just buy Carnival from the PlayStation Store. If you want a 5-minute really crap thing, get Invasion. And if you want to feel like what it's like to work a job, get Job Simulator. If you want to work with your friends to defuse bomb, get Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. If you want to have a nice family game, get the Playroom VR, which actually just comes with the headset in general. Another game that comes with the headset is the PlayStation VR demo disc, which gives you demos of anything. If you don't get the launch bundle, then I guess I can suggest PlayStation VR Worlds. There's a couple things on there that are really good. Apart from that, it's not all that amazing. But definitely you get the final three that are on my list. Riggs, Mechanized Combat League, Robinson, The Journey, and Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. If you pick up the headset, yeah, pick up those games. Especially, but Until Dawn will be a check with your parents if it's appropriate. It's brutal and scary. But now let's go on to how well it tracks, because it is using the old PlayStation 4 camera. I didn't get the new version because I didn't get the launch bundle, I just got the rectangular version. But that doesn't matter, that doesn't mean anything. The head tracking is on 100%. Look up and it will track perfectly, look behind, it will track perfectly, because they've got lights on the back, sides and front. So even looking up and down will work. It is VR, so obviously it has to work like that. But let's go on to the hand tracking. It's good, but not as good as the head movement. If you're using a controller, it's better. But because this is 6-year-old technology, which is what I believe, it can get quite jerky and shaky, especially if you don't have the right setup. So unfortunately I have to ding them for that, just for using 6-year-old technology. It's okay. I can still get immersed in the world just by using one of these, even if it doesn't track completely. Now let's talk about comparisons. Let's compare it to the Oculus Rift and the Vive. This is going to be the hardest part for me, as I've not used either of them and don't know two craps about any of them. But from what I've heard, this isn't the best, because the Oculus Rift and the Vive are for high-end computers, which are obviously more powerful than a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, or even a PS4 Pro. But it still tracks well. But you cannot, if you're playing a game when you're using Move controllers, turning back is not good. It's just gonna fly all over the place. It's your hands, because it tracks the colors, the lights, the LED lights. Turning them back, the camera will not be able to see them. So because of that, which is unlike the Oculus Rift or the Vive, of the Oculus Rift you're sitting down at your computer, so I'm not sure how the Oculus Touch works, but with the Vive there's cameras in every single corner of the room, so it can track the controllers perfectly. And honestly, I don't like that, because we're in generation 1 of VR. It's kind of bad, because who has a full room? You need to get a full room to use the Vive, so that's why I've actually always recommended you getting the Oculus if you have a computer, and the PlayStation if you have a PlayStation 4. But all in all, apart from a couple things like the tracking and some of the games that they've made, which are terrible, for instance Roller Coaster Train is supposed to be one of the worst VR games ever made, they've got great games. Resident Evil Biohazard has just become compatible, and most of the games I've got have also become compatible. I say most and I mean one, Trackmania. But all in all, I guess my final verdicts for the PlayStation VR will have to be a 9.5 out of 10 for great games, great tracking on the head, and brilliant easy setups. But not that great hand tracking, and we're still waiting for more games. There is a lot on the PlayStation Store, but most of them do come out pretty much the exact same as another game. So next weekend I will hopefully be reviewing Batman Arkham VR. I'm just going to go down all the games I've got, starting from the beginning, Batman, going all the way down to the bottom until dawn. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Salute!